What's up, folks? Maximilian here, and welcome back to Black Ops 2 with Maximilian. It's been quite some time since any Black Ops 2 or Call of Duty videos have gone up on my channel, and a lot of you guys have probably understood my sentiments on this game since the last previous video, and the condition the entire thing was in with Black Ops 2 and the developers just refusing to acknowledge some of the problems with the game and the lack of patching and things like that. What this video is about is the fact that a lot of that has changed. For you guys that are so continually playing Black Ops 2, there was a huge patch that came out last week, going over several balance changes between many weapons, actually finally addressing respawning, and some other hidden stuff that actually got patches that were not mentioned in patch notes, like footsteps becoming louder, and some other things that I'll mention later in this video that I think they stealth patched and did not actually make an announcement for. So just to get right down to it, over the past few days that I've been playing Black Ops 2, I've actually been having a lot of fun. This is probably really good news for you guys that actually enjoy watching some of my Call of Duty content, especially, because I know there's a lot of you guys around, and probably bad news for anybody that likes the fighting game content only, but I'm really enjoying Black Ops 2 over the past few days, and I think it's for a couple of specific reasons. The big reason I wasn't into this game a few months after its release especially was the fact that there was just a big lack of developer support. But over the past few days, and well, especially with the fact that there's big connection issues between this game. Anybody that knows me or watches my previous videos, I would put up these examples of the fact that in Black Ops 2, the connection issues were so weird and so varied that if you were having tons of problems in BO2, if you actually went back and plugged in Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2, with significantly less people, there was just no problems at all, and they were just totally fine. And in Black Ops 2, there's severe issues. Like, the stuff that bugs me the most is that the metagame of Black Ops 2 was kind of removed. The fact that you sacrifice your ability to run while aiming, you know? If you run, you're at a disadvantage, and you usually get shot while running around corners and stuff like that. And my biggest problem is that when you just hose a guy with bullets, and you put like 10 rounds into him, and you don't even get a hit marker, and he aims and shoots you once, it seems, and the kill cam, it says a totally different story. It's really disheartening, and it's like, that's the stuff that was bugging me, was the fact that people were just able to run around willy-nilly if the connection was really good on their side, and that was it. What's interesting is that over the past few days I've been playing, the connection has not been flawless. It's never flawless in any Call of Duty game, and you try to ignore the bad ones. But I just couldn't escape it, you know, in previous situations. I just couldn't get away with the fact that I'll always get into these games where the connection is just freaking horrid, and whether or not it's extremely on my side sometimes, and it's very obvious, or it's extremely on other people's side, which happens for the majority of the time. And during the last few days, this has not been happening. The majority of the matches I've got into between different playlists, between Kill Confirmed and the Chaos playlist and the Ground War playlist, everything seems to be functioning a lot better. So like I was telling you guys earlier within these patch notes, there were all these things that were adjusted throughout the game, as well as like spawning, which was a huge gripe of mine, that the spawn system was just really bad. And between things like footsteps also getting patched, but they didn't actually say anything about that, and they acknowledged it later. Let me know what you guys think about this, because some of you guys might not have been having as many issues as I have, but it really depends on where you live, I guess. But Black Ops 2, ever since the patch has hit last week, the connection has also felt much better. I've also been playing with people from across the country as well, and the connection has just been feeling just fine. I actually haven't had this smooth of an experience since pretty much back in COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, and the latter part of Modern Warfare 3. Even though MW3 had horrible lag, it was adjusted later on, but the maps being a problem made me didn't really want to play that game very much more. Black Ops 2 now actually feels good, and this is where this game is feeling redeemed for me. Like, it was shocking where in every single game, like, I'm allowed to have bad games, you know what I mean? I don't get upset at the fact that I'm just having a bad game and I'm not able to hit these guys on target and my aiming is just off today. I understand that. I'm able to put the comparison between me being off today or other people being really good, or the team that I'm fighting being really bad, or something like that. But throughout all of the matches over the past few days, not all of them were just totally gravy by any means, but even in the ones that I was losing or not having as good a game as others, I wasn't extremely bugged or pissed off about it because I was losing for reasons that were not exactly related to like the game having problems with the connection. It was just I just had a bad game. Like that's it, and that doesn't make me mad. I don't get upset the fact that we just have a bad game and that's how it goes. It's time to get to the next one. That's what I want the most in these games, that if I don't have a good game, I just want to get to the next one. And before, it was like, oh, I can't do anything. It's literally impossible for me to actually shoot these guys or for me to do extremely well because the connection is all over the place. That feels gone now. And it's really surprising. And what's crazy is that ever since Black Ops 2 has come out, that issue has always been prevalent through all of the games. And as much fun it is to do really well and get like 100+ kills and die one time, all the frustration that leads up to those moments is really hard to deal with. And over the past few days that I've been playing, that has been gone. And it blows my mind because that's all I know of Black Ops 2 is this really frustrating, hard to play experience depending on the connection. And finally, it feels like it's actually playable. So this could be, quote unquote, it could be a placebo effect. Because I've had this happen every once in a while with Black Ops 2. Like one evening just feels great and it's like, did they do something about the connection? I don't believe it. But what I don't think it's a placebo effect is the reason that it's been a few days. I actually been playing for the past 3 days, like alone and with people. And it's just felt great. It's just felt really good. And I'm like, this is why I like Call of Duty. I like just aiming at a person and shooting them and watching them die. Winning firefights, going into an enemy spawn where they're unbeknownst of your position, and killing a bunch of dudes because you have the advantage. You have the element of surprise, and that is a huge thing in Call of Duty where you have such little health, the element of surprise. And you guys might have seen that clip I put up before with like the Killer Instinct voices, the Call of Duty montage I put up a couple of days ago. And that stuff that I was doing, just essentially getting into enemy spawns and just like one-man armying type of thing where you just go in, one dude, and take out as many guys as you can to eventually flip the spawn. That was so difficult before, unless I had host or something like that, that it was just not even worth it to do it anymore because you would be so on the opposite end of the connection every once in a while. But now I'm actually like, I can actually play the game I want to play. I can infiltrate, I can go the opposite way that my entire team is going, be the one man out from the entire team and go and just wreck shop. And that's what I really like the most about Call of Duty, is to be the guy that's separate from the pack in game modes where you're actually doing well. And you could really see that in that clip, and it actually works out really well. Those games I wasn't doing amazing by any means. Like some of those games were just like maybe 2-to-1 kill death ratio or 3-to-1 or something like that. Nothing like 50-to-5, but I was having fun. It was a lot of fun. So let me know what you guys think of Black Ops 2's current condition right now, or if anything changed for any of you over the past few days, because I have this hunch that they were obviously listening to all these lag concerns, even though the community manager was not actually addressing any of them. But I think that they were listening and they actually did something, but just did not actually tell us. I don't know why that would be the case, but it's just a hunch of mine because Black Ops 2 is in a state where I enjoy playing Call of Duty again, and it's a lot of fun. So stay tuned, guys. I got a bunch of gameplay and a bunch of stuff to go over about the patch, how these weapons got adjusted, and what might be some of the new best guns in the game after the patch, and what guns are nerfed to hell ever since. But until then, my name is Maximilian, and I'll see you guys next time.